Queen and Clarence is the prime example of the plot going wrong. I felt like she knew immediately that Clarence was using her vulnerability. I feel like she was okay with being used because she needed an outlet, and she was willing to settle to get back at Chris. I feel like she had to go along to play along just so Clarence could think that he's winning on the end of the manipulation. I feel like they were both manipulative. I feel like Chris was her actual soulmate, and they was just the right person, wrong timing. And once it got domestically, or verbally domestically, or physically domestically, she had to just find a way out. And instead of going to go heal and be by herself, she chose to use Clarence as an outlet to still get to Chris. I feel like all of this was planned. And because she made this a public thing, she had to continue on with it like it wasn't a thing of manipulation when both of them was being manipulative. And I feel like they planned to go ahead and do this together. I don't feel like this was a separate decision. I feel like she chose to stay and be used up. And this backfiring is nothing new. But you can tell from prior videos when Clarence was coming off as a user, how her facial expressions was. She was hip to the game. She was never stupid. She never was stupid. She just had to play along to get along. I feel like she felt enjoyment from how Chris was being dragged the whole time. And now all this shit is just coming to hit her in the face. See, that's why you don't be playing with folks. Because in the end, it will unveil who the villain really was. It was Queen the whole time. Clarence think that she took the bait, but really you was the bait. You was the bait. And to get back at Chris, she had to get somebody that was willing to be a replica, to just play the part. Because the resemblance, inevitable. You befriending his friends, be for real. Like, we knew you wanted to be that man. You used to even watch them. But we can't lie about Chris and Queen chemistry. Like, they had real chemistry. Like, they was really meant for each other. And if you look closely at any video that Clarence and Queen did, she playing dumb. She was always playing dumb. But if you paid enough attention, you could see in her face, like, be for real. But Clarence was eating it up because he thought he won. She manipulated the whole situation just as well as Clarence thought he did. Now, the only part I don't get is her getting used up with her money. But at the same time, I feel like it really wasn't a use thing, because if she putting him on her YouTube and they quote unquote doing YouTube, she kind of making bank off of the whole situation anyway. So why not share the pot? This was definitely a plot twist, because what she didn't expect was the outcome to be this years after. She thought this was going to forever be biting Chris in the ass and he was going to forever be losing, because she's really low-key, high-key still in love with Chris. That's why she was willing to go with a replica, because he looked at and reminded her so much of Chris. That's why she was never fucking lost to the game, because she knew that he was trying to be Chris. It don't take a rocket science, y'all. This shit was all planned.